I'm Cassandra Coulthard reporting for Waterville, Maine. Have you ever wondered where your drinking water comes from? I'm here at the Kennebec River at the start of the water treatment cycle. Follow me through the water's process. Starting at Moosehead Lake, the Kennebec River flows to China, Maine, where it empties into China Lake. Here we are at China Lake, the source for Waterville's public drinking water. Follow along as we head over to Kennebec Water Treatment Facility to see what happens to the water before it reaches your tap. From here, the water is held at a dam and then gravity fed to the Kennebec Water Treatment Facility. Here, the water is tested and treated to ensure that consumers are getting a safe, premium product. The water is tested on a daily basis for turbidity, pH, chlorine residual, and bacteria. John Hart explains what they look for in a water sample.
And this is what a normal sample looks like for bacteria. There's no bacteria in there. If there were E. coli, it would look like that.
An E. coli contaminated sample will fluoresce under a black light. The water must be treated to get rid of these pathogens. All tap water is treated the same. From the water you drink, to the water you cook with, the water you clean with, wash your car with, and even the water used to fight fires. But what is used to treat the water? Ryan Young explains.
We use chlorine to disinfect, not so much the water, but we use it to disinfect the pipes that are in town. We also use a chemical called polyorthophosphate. We use fluoride. The other chemical that we add is soda ash.
We know how the water is treated, but what do Waterville residents think of the finished product?
We trust the water that the town supplies 100%. However, before we drink water, we do almost always use the fridge to get our water, and that has a filter in it.
Ann Young explains what she thinks led to the spike in bottled water sales over the past decade.
By state law, the public water systems have to introduce chlorine, and if the town votes on it, they also have to introduce the fluoride. If I'm buying bottled water, then I'm not getting all of this stuff. If I'm taking the water from my tap, then I'm getting all this extra stuff. There are charcoal filters out there that you can place on your tap, which will filter out any of those. The end result is the same type of water that you'd be going to the store and buying.
We've learned how water is treated before it reaches the faucet, but there is another side to the treatment cycle. All used or gray water is collected in the sewer lines and transported to the sewer treatment plant.
Just like the drinking water is treated with chlorine to make it safe to drink, the wastewater is treated with chlorine to kill any pathogens that might be in it.
Every product and byproduct throughout the treatment cycle is recycled. The organic matter and other solids are extracted and serve many purposes as fertilizer or compost. The treated water follows a different path. I'm here at the Kennebec River once again, where the treated water is redeposited upstream from China Lake, where it'll flow in naturally and start the process all over.